just a couple seconds to pop up.
I'm find.
And we will find us and share us. Well, I am just going to be assembling my little train today that I've worked on
Hey
the past
guys,
2 weeks.
let me
All right, there we are.
find.
Yep,
Are we there?
yep.
All right.
I see us and I'm sharing us.
Okay. I'm got slow, super slow. My iPad's like sleepy.
Sleepy.
I'm like, wake up, wake up. Oh, there we
Still
are.
thinks,
Okay.
still thinks it's on the weekend time. Hasn't caught up to Monday yet.
I know, right? And then I'm like trying to gingerly find my Christmas supplies, which it's not hard for me to find them. It's just that I have to put other stuff away so I can bring them out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right.
I have a lot
So,
of my craft stash in totes in the garage, and same.
me
I have to like
too.
dig through everything to get to
Me too.
what we want. All right, guys, I see a couple have hopped on. So as you join, say hi so we know you're here, and let us know if you can hear us and see us okay. I
Hi
am
guys.
Debbie from Paper Sweeties, and this is my guest Michelle from Embellish the Season. We are
Hi everyone.
continuing. Today is part 3 of our gingerbread Candyland Christmas series. I see people joining, but no one has commented yet. I hope my comments are not broken.
I I know. I don't see him either. I
Which,
know that that's a pro. Oh, there's Sandy.
oh,
Hi
there's
Sandy.
Sandy. All right. You
Yay.
can hear us and see us both okay? Good. Good.
Yay,
Good
yay,
deal.
yay. Awesome.
Good deal.
All right.
All right, yeah. All right. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. All right, so guys, welcome. Oh, great, Anne. Thank you so much. Hi, Heidi. Welcome. I'm Debbie from Paper Sweeties. This is Michelle, my guest from Embellish the Season. And today is week 3, part number 3 in our little gingerbread Candyland series. I'm continuing to work on my train, and Michelle is going to take it away and share with you what she is working on today. Each week, she's been kind of spinning off the original Candyland Christmas train idea and creating something in this idea, but something
Mm-hmm.
completely different every week.
Mm-hmm.
So when we
Hi
get done,
everyone.
she'll have 4 completely different Candyland Christmas projects, adorable, and I will have this one train. So
That is correct. All right. Well, hello everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks everyone for joining. So let me just show you to kind of refresh. So Debbie's been doing her week, her project, and then this was last week's pillow I did with the little train. And I just want to share that I added a few extra trims on here. And then I'm just going to catch you up so you can see where I'm going. And then this was the very first project, which was this cake, fake cake that I did. So I've got these 2 cohesive kind of to build something for, the
absolutely
holidays.
adorable. Do you know where
So
you're going to put them in your house, Michelle? Do you have
I think,
a spot?
yeah, I have a fair amount of gingerbread for the kitchen. So what I thought I would do is continue on. Hello, everyone. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a glass jar, and these are those ones that you could put candies or candles or things like that. We are going to actually use a stencil on here. But I wanted to share a new stencil that we have, and it kind of goes in line with the vintagey theme that we have going on with that sweets and treats. So this is a stencil. These are Chalk Couture stencils. This is called Santa Sweets. So I'm going to make like a label, but I'm going to just put it right on the glass. And then I have some other new little things here that we're going to play with. So
How
that's the plan.
fun. Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you,
so
guys.
fun.
All
Love
right.
it so much.
All
And
right.
I'm just going to start actually assembling our train. So for the past 2 weeks, we made all of the elements, all of the tiny little things. And today we're going to put this train together. And we'll see if I have time to embellish it a little. And then next week, we're going to finish it off by adding all the sweets into the cars.
Very cool. I can't wait to see it done. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. So this has a sticky back. So anything you can see through is what the design's going to be. And I'm going to put it on this glass. So I picked this up at a local home store, but I had it in my house. And I don't know about you guys, but I walk around and like pull stuff and see what I could make different with, see what I could do with it. So it had something else on it that was chalk paste, and I removed it with just by just scraping it off. But you can do that and make like interchangeable seasonal things if that's what you wanted to do. If you had a staple piece that you wanted to change out.
Oh, fun.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Angie.
Hi, Angie. Hi,
Squishy here.
Mary, Carissa,
Hi,
Lydia, the
love
delightful
bug.
pumpkin. All right.
Angie, you're so funny. I love you. That reminds me of those glass containers that everyone does the stacked sandwich cookies in.
Right? Yes.
Oh, oh,
And
oh my
I like
goodness.
I follow this gal that's a candy display person, candy
Uh-huh.
display. And I love, she shows where she buys all these kind of things and decorates her table, kind of like the opposite of a charcuterie person. Hi,
Yeah.
Cecile. Hello, Krista. And so she does it with candy. And I just, she does it not with decorations on it, but she just fills it with colorful candy. So that's kind of what
Nice.
this is. So,
Oh, so
um,
cute.
so I had to take the sticky out, and that we call it fuzzing, but you just take a terry cloth towel and you just kind of lay it down and lift it. And whenever you're putting it on something like this, it's going to really grab on there. So that's why I'm kind of doing this kind of motion where it kind of is just getting it less sticky, but it's still sticky. And then
Hmm.
when you wash it, it comes back to normal sticky. So I'm going to stand up for a second and lay this right on
And
here.
I'm eyeballing these little tires on, but you kind of want to take your time because you want them to be kind of even. So when your train stands, it doesn't rock. So you kind of want them to relatively be even, which is kind of hard with foam clay.
Okay. All
That is
right.
so cute. Did you say that's a new stencil,
This is
Michelle?
brand new. The ones I'm using today are new. That gingerbread train is older. So these ones are actually things you could find. And I'm going to use some
Nice.
chalk paste and the color cherry. So you could get really detailed because these have a lot of fine detail, which is nice for like watercoloring or things like that. But I'm going to keep it one color, and then I'm actually going to try something from the back. So let's see. So this is chalk paste. It's washable and non-toxic. So if you make a boo-boo, you can just wipe it off and start over.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
And I'm just
Okie dokie.
adding super glue on the back of my little tires. The tires I made the first week, guys, so they've been sitting drying for 2 weeks. They're nice and dry. They're all completely dry, so I can handle them and be rough with them and make them do what I want them to do.
And I'm just applying my chalk paste using this little squeegee. See how it has like a little angle? And you just take a little bit. I do a little bit at a time. Everyone does it a little different. But this is the first time I'm using this design, so I'm kind of excited to see how it looks. It looks very vintagey, and I think it'll be perfect for this whole thing. While it's not completely the train, it can still go with the theme. This is a North Pole, it says candy.
So cute. So cute.
I'm proud of myself. I haven't gone to Hobby Lobby.
You have not.
I
I
have
have.
not. I
I've
have
been trying to
not.
be good though. I've been not buying stuff that I don't need. Uh,
Yep.
which
That's why I need to get in those tubs in the garage.
So now I'm going to put the wheels on the back, guys, and I didn't put the peppermint candies in the middle like I did on the front tires because it's the back, and chances are you won't see the tires in the back depending on how it's displayed. Now I'm just looking at this, and I did uh adhere the two small tires up a little bit higher than the back tires, so they're going to be a little bit up in the air. You see that? And that's what I told you to be careful not to do, and I still did it. So it's okay. It's a fake train. It'll be fine.
Yep. No
It'll be
craft
fine.
emergencies.
No, it'll be fine. Once we put it all together and stand all the three pieces together,
Mhm.
you'll never know. It'll be fine. So
So now
if
I'm
you
just
do the
gonna,
same thing I did, no worries. It'll be fine.
yep.
It'll be fine.
So now I am just gonna slowly take this off, only because I want you to see there's so much fine detail. Can you guys see that? I'm going to put something solid so you can see. So now I'm going to put this to wash over here. And that is very pretty, you guys. It's so um it's so old
Gorgeous.
vintage sweet.
It looks like etching on glass.
The only difference is what is nice is if I boo-boo, I need to clean this up, I can just use, so this is a detail tool, but you could also use like, you know, a little like something maybe one of your tools, just something kind of like a little plastic little scraper. You can scrape it off if you needed to clean it up. I don't need to
Yeah.
clean it up because it is, oh, here we go. That's what I'll do.
And you guys can see I am holding it, holding it, holding it here with these tires as I adhere them.
See that on there? All right.
So pretty.
So it's got a lot of details. So what I want to do actually is I'm going to go from the inside and let me see something real quick because I have a couple of things I want to do. You could put this. I mean, clearly we're going to do more, but I just wanted to show you just like you can do stuff like this where you can see how it lights up inside. So it's a lot of fun. It's what's cool is like if you want to only make uh you know decorative things you can, or if you want to make something with the same design. I always think of it like this. Let's say Debbie loves to decorate her kitchen, so I'll make her a dish towel, but like, you know, maybe Ladeth likes a t-shirt and you could put the same design on a t-shirt or a hat or something. So that's kind of my thoughts when I use this, is that I'm not limited and it's not a one and done. Thanks. I think it's pretty too. It's the first time I've used this design. There's a lot of new stuff that's just come out, and I do have something else to share. So let me just see something real quick. I want to see if I could do this. You guys are going to watch me do experiment. Nothing like experimenting live, right?
That is so fun when you experiment on a live and you have no idea how it's going to turn out.
I
So
fly by the
fun,
seat of my crafty pants, okay? All right,
right?
here's white chalk paste. And I'm gonna try something. This is distilled water. So I'm just gonna put it in the cap. You don't have to do this, but I just want to see what would happen. At worst, I can wipe it off. So I'm taking a brush with my chalk paste and I'm going to go behind here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there you go. See that? So now I could make like a fake label. That makes sense. It's like a fake little label. All right, so I am just adding a little bit of water, distilled water, and the only reason is because I'm dipping my brush in and out of the jar, and you don't want to put pigments and things from tap water.
Okay, so I added the lollipop on the front for the front grill of the engine. And that you see, I put it under the drip and it's not even with the bottom of the train. And that helped balance it out because you see the tires are different sizes and they fell in different parts when I glued them. So that kind of helped balance it to make it flat, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. What else could you do on the inside of that, Michelle, if you didn't want to line it with the paste?
Well, if you just want to leave it translucent, like to see through, you can do those little scenes inside, which I do a lot, where you put like a tree and like maybe a little like gingerbread thingy. And
Mhm.
you could put fairy lights inside. You can
Oh,
use it
fairy
as a cookie
lights would be so
jar.
pretty. Oh
Or
my
even like
goodness.
your fake bakes that are, like fake bake cookies and stuff like that, which I wanted to show you because I am going to show you this. But let me just show you. You could also put things like this. So this is air dry clay. I was showing Debbie before, and this is a new design. And I actually just used the chalk paste on it, cut it around, and then I watercolored it in. So it kind of has you like do a little quicker version and stuff like that. Um, there's a lot of things you can do. It's just a matter of how much time or what. But at the end of the season, you could just wipe all this off if you don't seal it. So if I
That's
wanted to seal it,
correct. Yeah,
so
and
if I
then you could
wanted to,
do Valentine's, you could do Easter, you could change it for all the seasons.
yes, and I do that a lot. And also you can seal it. Let's say you love it and you want to keep it that way. You can use a couple of things. Mod Podge, if you're going to wash it, you could use dishwasher safe Mod Podge. I wouldn't spray it, spray acrylic on the glass just because it might get kind of like a little foggy. I don't know. I've never done it. So I tend to use my brush and just kind of go on the design and seal it up. Let me show you. See?
So y'all, going off of Michelle's point, this just popped in my head for this too. If you wanted to use this same train and turn it into spring and Easter,
Yep.
uh, you could do that with your embellishments. Like maybe not decorate it so Christmassy, just do Candyland and then change your inside. Like I'm gonna do some gingerbreads on the inside of the cars. You could do little bunnies for Easter or spring. Just use your
Yep.
basic train and don't glue the embellishments into the train cars. And then you could switch it out for the seasons. How fun. How
Yep.
fun.
Be very versatile. I kind
Hmm.
of like things like that because I tend to kind of hoard holiday things.
Yeah, me too.
So, hey, Nikki. Hi, Joan. Thank you. So,
Hi,
I think
Nikki.
anything
John.
you can kind of flip and make into another season without technically, buying for that season is
I love
lan
that.
lanterns are excellent, excellent
Then
ideas.
then you only have to store one thing.
Yep.
You can bring it out for the different seasons, and then you're just storing like smaller, like embellishment type things instead of having three different trains, one for Christmas, one for Easter, one for 4th of July, you know?
Yep. So I'm going to purposefully go outside of the line just to show you something real quick because I'm trying to be careful, but what I forgot is that I can actually just really simply clean it up. So this looks like a fake label on here. And this way, like again, you could totally dimensionalize this if you wanted to put it on clay or if you wanted to put it on fabric or something like that and attach it. But I'm telling you, I am loving this. Like now I want to make a bunch of jars.
How cute.
That's what happens though. We get
You know
squirrely.
what
And
would
my
be even cute to fill them just with Christmas bulbs on the inside.
yes, I know. And I'm like, I
Tinsel,
have
like if you make different size, do one with Christmas bulbs, one with tinsel, and then a
yes.
small one with like cookies. I mean, super cute. Super
So
cute.
now I got to go get some Christmas balls. That's just so happen to be in my room.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Look
Oh
at
my
you
God.
guys, how cute this is coming. And remember, the base of the train was just scrap styrofoam. The large part of the engine here was a plastic container sprinkles came in. And then this part of the engine was a plastic container that toothpicks came in. Guys, I totally rated my stash for this. The little smokestack is a wine cork that we covered and then put one of those little tinsel things on top from Hobby Lobby. We're going to add it to the top of our part of our engine.
Oh my gosh, look how cute that is.
It's coming cute.
All right, so
That's
what I'm
the
gonna
only
do,
thing with doing things in parts like this. I just want to jump ahead and like keep working on them. And
I
it was hard
know,
for me to like let it sit and say no.
because
And
you're on a
because
roll and you're
I
like, I'm
just,
gonna keep
yeah,
going.
exactly. I didn't want
That's
to walk away from it and leave it. Look at how cute you guys.
oh, that's really
I
cute. Now, now we're cooking with gas there. How
love.
cute is that? Oh
How
my
cute.
gosh.
Out of just scrappy things from my garage, you guys. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Susan. Totally trash to treasure. Yes. All right. We made some bubblegum little balls a few weeks ago, and we're going to add them. And because I'm not going into styrofoam, guys, I'm going into a little bit of foam clay and then plastic. You see, I did want to put a toothpick in there just for a little insurance, but you see, I just put like a little nub of a toothpick, just enough to hold it.
That is
Hold
so
it.
cute. Hey guys, this is actually a new stencil. It's I'll tell you the name of it. It's called Etched Ornaments. So funny that Debbie said etched. This is something, this has the gingerbread that I'm going to put on the glass, and this is all the different little pieces, right? So think of ornaments, think of maybe cookies, but there is an option if you are not a person that has a wood cutter. They have a classic ornament kit. It's made out of MDF, I'm pretty sure. These are new, so again, I'm opening them with you. And you get all of these different shapes to match the stencils. So you could make these into cookies. I was thinking of doing that, but what I'm going to do is not get into this because this is a whole nother beast. I'm going to focus on chalking on here. We're going to fill it up, and then I want to share with you how I chalk on clay. So that's what we're going to do. But I want to share with you, I'm going to take this gingerbread and I'm going to actually have it kind of dancing on the side of my jar, like that.
So cute.
Like that. So you can just kind of be your own designer and just do whatever makes you feel happy, or your theme, your colors. This is the color camel, which is pretty close to gingerbread. You could customize and mix colors, but I like to keep it, kind of simplistic. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do it in this color. But I love jars, really jars of any kind. Lanterns, I've done quite a bit, like those ones, those big jumbo lanterns, they have the ability that you could decorate the inside, design on the outside, then wipe it all off, remove it, and make it to the next season. I've done that. Okay, look at
Does it look like the engine, guys, from a train? Is it looking like an engine?
so cute. Now I'm going to go and lay this right back down. I don't even have to wash it, okay? I'm just going to go. If you do it fast enough before the screen dries, you can just lay it right on there. Let me pull it off. You can lay it right on there, and I can clean up whatever I don't like and repeat it right now. Hi, Marcella. All right.
Hi, Maricela. You guys, 1 week from today, tickets will go on sale for Maricela's and my glitter and gumdrops virtual workshop. Are you guys as excited as we are? We are so excited. We are so excited. we're busy behind the scenes working on our projects
I don't
and
know if you
doing
could
all the
see.
things.
There's, oops, wait, I'm out of frame. I'm gonna paint it from the inside again. Hang tight. And
So
I'm
this,
gonna,
you guys, was just one of those paper mache boxes from the Dollar Tree. And week one, we covered it with the foam clay and the drip. And last week, we put the royal icing frosting on each of the corners to cover the seams. Okay, now we're gonna add the tires. And I pulled a little blue and white lollipop stick from my stash to do the little in between. You know how trains have that in between part on their wheels, like that. Okay.
cute. I am just cleaning my little stencil here with on an old dish mat. I keep it in my craft room using like a little non cleansed like Mr. Dry Eraser kind of thing. And I've cleaned it up because I am going to use it again. Okay. I'm going to stick that right
Hi,
there.
Jenna. How are you, sweet girl? Welcome.
Okay. While I'm thinking, I'm going to paint in. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing and paint the inside of this since it worked on the white. I'm going to just do the gingerbread with this color. And
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
you could do that if you want to, but you don't have to. You could also do this on the outside and do a double layer, but for time purposes, I'm just gonna kind of do it this way.
Yes, Sam, thank you. She found my word, axle, the axle that holds the wheels together. You know, that little thingy that goes in between the wheels.
I
Thank
was
you,
gonna
Sam.
say thingy. I was gonna say thingy.
The little thingy that goes in between the wheels. Sam for the save. What would we do without our Sam's shine?
All
All right.
right. Driving to the dentist. Oh, I have to go there. Good luck. All right, so I'm just painting in this little gingerbread from the inside, and I'm just doing something a little different. Why not?
Why not?
At worst, I'd have to wipe it off. But look, see, you can just kind of like have this little floaty gingerbread. Nope. Hi, cat. Nope. You don't have to clean them with soap and water. You just use water and you just use the like Mr. Clean without the cleaner, kind of like a plain dry erase board sponge is how you clean those. They just clean really easily, so the key is not to let them sit. You don't want the stuff to get inside the stencil. These are very fine designs, like a lot of details, so you would want to get it kind of either sprayed while you're working, spray it and let it sit, or you can just take it to the sink and wash it. Cute.
All right. I kind of eyeballed that. You guys saw what I did. Put it in between the two peppermint candies, and hopefully I'm cutting it where it needed to be cut. I'm going to dry fit it back in there again before I add the glue.
So you can see
That'll work.
gingerbread. Here's our little sign so far. And thank you for sprinkling. Board eraser. Yes, it's the board eraser. I get mine in bulk because I like to buy a bunch. I hate running out, so, but they do have individual ones.
And then I'm going to put that axle in between the two peppermint candies, guys. And I have the super glue on it, so it will hold it in there.
Hello, Peggy. Hey, Penny. That's correct.
Okay,
Sorry, guys,
there's
I don't have good
one.
words today. I'm battling a migraine.
Aw.
My words aren't always easily found when I have a headache.
Yeah. After this, you need to go lay down and rest, I feel.
I wish I could, but I don't do well laying down. I just kind of,
Oh, you don't?
I
Mm.
don't. I wish that that was a good remedy for me, but actually just moving is better.
Mm.
I'm weird. All right. So we've got this is almost done. All right. So cute. I don't know how much I love it with this gingerbread. I liked it with the white. I should have done white because it lost all of the. So what I'm going to do is exactly what I said. I'm actually going to change this.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jenna. I'm putting the tires on the back side of this car, and then we're gonna do the same for the second little car, like we did for this first one.
I'm just
This
taking a
is
little paper towel, cleaning this up real quick.
this is the end of this bottle of super glue, and I don't know if you guys can see, it's really sticky. Why does super glue get really sticky at the end of the bottle?
I have no idea. I have to toss a lot of mine.
Yeah, I feel like it's at that point, and there's a good amount left in there still. Look at that, but it's so sticky. I wonder if there's
Yeah,
anything you could do to put into it to thin it out a little.
I have never had luck.
No.
I know, Jenna. I'm a person that loves to torture herself. Penny knows. I try. Unfortunately, it's I wish I could just lay down. Boy, do you guys have no idea. I would love to do that, but for some reason that's not my remedy. I took a rescue, but it didn't really do much. I'm
Mm.
just using a paper towel to clean this off. There's just little bits and pieces, but let me just um kind of like I want to do something real quick. I think I'm going to add a candy cane and see. This is, I was going to like do something else and I thought, no, I'm going to just leave it because it kind of makes it look a little more vintagey aged by not being perfect, almost like that watercolory. I don't know, or it's my imagination, or maybe I think that way. But let me try this candy cane. Here's a little candy cane. I'm gonna do that little fuzzing. I actually
Hold
had,
it, hold it, hold it. Cute. See, and I love because when you did your two previous projects, the stencils were large. I
yeah,
love the smaller stencils. I love mini projects and smaller
me too.
things.
I, well, I get a little intimidated by the larger, like the larger designs, but I think it's more on the handling because they get so sticky to themselves,
Yeah,
um, sometimes.
I would imagine that would be a little tricky.
I'm putting a candy cane on here just to see if I could fill this spot. But you could definitely, they take you out. I'm due for my Botox, but it's not for a few weeks. Doesn't really work anyway.
Mm.
Doesn't work.
Aw.
All right.
Hold it,
Yeah,
hold
I
it,
know what
hold
I'm gonna
it.
do. All
More
right.
times you open and close it, exposed to the air, and almost starts. Yeah, correct, Michelle. I agree.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
really?
I, I
Oh,
I feel like that's what happens because I'm so careful not to contaminate my super glue with anything, so nothing has gotten in there. So I feel it's got to be like the air that has made it wonky.
yeah. All right. So I put a couple of gingerbreads. I put a candy cane on here. I'm gonna put this aside, and I'm going to actually. There's a lot of things you can keep doing, but let me do this, and then I'm gonna roll out some clay. So this was a clearance bunch of ornaments that I got from Walmart. Don't know when, but I had them. Let's see what they look like if we wanted to do that. I also have some candy canes that you could put inside.
I'm gonna dry fit it to make sure it fits, it looks good. Then add this super glue on the two ends, just like we did on the other. And then wedge it in there.
Oh,
Oh,
your
it's so
sister.
gloopy. Oh my goodness. Well, I agree with you, Michelle. I hate to waste things, but I feel like this bottle of super glue needs to be retired because it's
Yeah,
so
I hate
gloopy.
when I have to do that. Peggy says her sister gets Botox for migraines. Does it help her? I just do it because why not? I say, hey, can you throw in a little extra?
Oh my gosh.
Can you give me a little extra in the, wear parts? And my doctor always makes a face at me. I'm like, well, I do pay for it. Come on, help a sister out. Okay, I can add another one. This is just an idea that I wanted to, that Debbie had that you could do. You can put the little balls inside. I think I'm going to put some candy canes in here. You can't really see a whole lot, but there's another thing you can do. Let me see. We're going to play with this. And then we're going
I do that
to,
a lot too. I'll have an original idea in my head, and as I'm working through the design, it'll morph. And
yeah,
sometimes the original thing, like, oh, this would be so cute, when you try it, it's not really cute, and you end up doing something completely
something
different.
else. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to take a little fiber fill and put it on the bottom. You can make a little seam inside, and then you can kind of see the inside a little better if you wanted to. Um, you can grab a little tree, and now you can see the candy cane. I did not specifically color that so we could see what it looks like when it's clear. But we're gonna, yeah, every 3 months. That is correct. Yes, ma'am. All right, I'm gonna stick some fake candy canes in here. You could do whatever you want. I'm just trying to fill it to kind of give you a little like visual on it, but you could really just kind of have fun. I think fake bakes in one of these would be so cute. And you know, because they could sit in there and they won't be like stale or anything like that. But let's say you wanted to do something with this little, it has a little tree inside, and then I just put some candy canes. Clearly, you could go to town. You could put the balls. You could put whatever you like. I think I'd put some
You
little, and then I'll
also just popped in my head, keeping with your vintage rustic theme, you could fill it with a scrap piece of burlap on the inside and use it as
very,
a little tree base and put a mini tree coming
yeah,
out of it and decorate it all with gingerbread and candy canes. How cute would that be?
so cute. There's so many things like you can do, and you can also use hot glue on here and pop it off, because it's not like it doesn't really stay to um, glass like that. You can you can take it off. I just put a little tree in there. I put a little snow tree, but you could put whatever you like. So anyway, this
Thank you,
one's just like
Priscilla. Thank you,
a little
Cece.
idea. There's the little sweets, and I put the little bow. And it goes pretty cute. This would go with, like, it would look cute like side by side with the cake. Kind of just like making little cohesive things that you could just have fun with, and all right. So now what I want to
There's the
do
little train,
is,
guys.
oh,
I
that
got
is
all the
adorable.
pieces on it. Now we're gonna just start decorating it, and any little open spots I have, I'm gonna put stuff on it to decorate. And then next week, we'll put it together and fill the inside of our cars with all of our sweet treats. But that's the basic little gingy train, trash to
All right.
treasure. So
It's adorable. Oh my goodness. Oh
cute!
my gosh. Don't
So cute!
don't
I love
don't
it.
you love when your brain sends it to your hands and it happens?
Yes. because
I
it
always
doesn't
wonder,
always work out. It
I
doesn't
always
always
wonder,
work out.
things could totally get lost from like here to here. Things like could go haywire.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out. Like I said, sometimes an original plan, you'll start to execute it and you're like, oh, that's not going to work.
All right, this is clay. Like y'all know what it is, air dry clay. And
Nice.
I have no gingerbread color, but that's okay because we're gonna make this cookie really quick. I'm glad. Isn't everything so cool, you guys?
So
It's so
cute.
fun. I'm ready for Christmas crafting now.
I
I'm,
am too.
I'm excited.
Although I can do Christmas crafting 365 days a year.
I always say I'm gonna do that, and that never happens. I always
No,
I always say that's what's gonna happen, but it doesn't. All right.
no.
So I'm gonna just roll this out. Let me show you what I'm going to. Oh, I smashed this one, but it's okay. You can make this into an ornament too. I smashed his leggy, but that's okay. So we're gonna do this little guy. It's the same stencil, but with a little color. All right. I'm not gonna roll it too thin because then I won't be able to cut it out. So,
Okay, guys, I just put some clear tacky glue right where the white drip is dripping from the engine car, and I'm gonna add these half back pearls just to hide that seam. And we're gonna go around and I feel like they're kind of gonna look a little bit like gumdrops going all the way around. Let's see. Let's see.
all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I rolled out some clay and I left it with some thickness. And I'm just gonna lay the design right on the clay. You don't have to take the fuzz out. You want it to stick. And because the clay is a little moist, it's not, it'll adhere really good. Oh no, Jan, fraud issue. Oh, that's not fun.
Oh, Jan, that happened to us a few weeks ago on our main Visa card. Apparently, I bought a $2,200
Oh,
HVAC unit in Nevada, and I live in North
oh,
Carolina.
oh my goodness.
So I got the text, and then I got an email. When I first got the text, I'm like, oh, it's a scam, whatever. But then when I got the follow-up email, I'm like, I better call because I think this is real.
Yeah,
And they had to
that's,
cancel the card, send you a new one. Everything in our life is tied to that card, so we had to update
yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Pain
All right.
in the behind. This is looking cute, guys, and it is giving it a little gumdrop looking kind of vibe. I'll add them and hold it up to show you.
Right. And all right. Okay.
And it's covering that seam.
So I
I
chopped.
don't. Go
Go ahead.
ahead. Go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I just did the stencil on the clay, and now I'm going to use like a watercolor technique, kind of what I did in the jar with a little water. And this is already pretty set. You really have to like really try to get rid of the first layer. But I'm just going to, with a gentle hand, just to give it a little color. If you wanted to leave it white, you could. If you, I do not have like the cookie dough color clay, or I would have done that and then white, and I would have saved myself an entire step. So, but um, I'm just going to gently, like lightly paint it in. So I'm going to just show you. I'm just lightly painting it in. And I can actually add color, but I'm not like taking away from the outline because I'm just really doing a light hand of this. But again, if you have cookie color one, you could, if you have cookie color, you could just use white and then you're one and done. But I don't have that. So, all right,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
I love how this is covering that seam, guys, of where the engine top is and where the drip started. And then I'll let this dry, and then my plan is to go back in with diamond dust on the drip. Because you guys know the project's not done unless I diamond dust something. So
Diamond dust is fun.
I love diamond dust.
And who's
That
up
works
next?
out perfect.
Let's who's
Shay's hold on guys, I'll pull it up. But look at how perfect that is. I'll go around and do the
Oh,
other side, but it covered that little seam and it gives the look of almost gumdrops. Almost
so
gumdrop
adorbs.
looking.
So
Is
cute.
Lydia on here? We looked before
I
when we
know.
were behind
I
the
think I Shay and Buttercup.
yes, Buttercup
That's it.
Creations and Shay's Creations, and Shay is hosting. Yep. Shay's Creations
Perfect.
and Buttercup Creations. Oh, thank you, Carly. Yeah, it gives it like gumdrop vibes. It's just I bought a gigantic canister of these halfback pearls and used a lot of them to decorate my tennis shoes for
Mm-hmm.
Fake Bakers Gone Wild, and I still have a ton left over.
Oh yeah.
They're my
I like
stash, so
those. I love
look at
those
them.
for hats and stuff.
Yeah, versatile. All right, I'm
Oh,
going on the other side of the little choo-choo train now, adding some more clear tacky glue, and we will put these pearls on the other side of the train. So that's the front. Okay. Thank you, Andrea.
okay. All right. And I'm gonna add a little color.
Thank you,
Gonna add a little
Jenna.
color. I know everything's so I get excited when I craft Christmas, I get more excited for Christmas because
Yep.
if I'm
And I'm
not
getting more
crafting,
excited about this project because, like I said, the past 2 weeks I've just been working on the elements and it
yeah.
didn't look like much. And I was like scaring myself. I'm like, is this going to come out? Is it going to come out looking like anything in the end?
I know, right?
I think it's finally coming together. Finally coming together.
And I'm just adding some color. So you could clearly do this in layers. And when I say layers, you would do a base color, paint it all in, clean your stencil, come back, layer it over, and then you can continue to do that. Thanks, guys. And so I'm just doing it a little different, but it's really based on how you want to make it. I don't think there's a right or wrong to anything. It's just whatever you like, the way you like to do it. It's good.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think in anything, kind of
Yeah.
get an idea and then just kind of go and do your own thing.
It's handmade, not Hallmark. It's
Right.
handmade.
All right. I'm gonna give a little cheeks, and this dries so fast I can do all of this on here, on there. Oh, thank
I'm
you, Heidi. You have a great day too.
just placing these halfback. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Placing these halfback pearls all the way around to hide that little drip seam. Give it some gumdrop vibes. Coming out super cute.
Okay, I'm going to
And before I went live, like I said, I have a big Ziploc baggie of all of these halfback pearls left, and there's all different sizes. So I kind of went through and pulled out all of what I had left of this size. So it would go quick when I was live. So you wouldn't
I'm
have to
just,
watch me sorting through a Ziploc baggie of halfback pearls.
I know. That's what I do. All right. I'm going to cut this a little bit. And then I'm just going, because it's kind of thick. I wanted it thick because I didn't want it to like curl up on itself.
Yes, that has happened to me so many times where I don't do it thick enough, and then as it dries, it curls. And then I'm all upset with myself because I knew better than to allow that to happen,
I
but I
know.
did it anyways. But I did it anyways.
Hey, Suzanne. are you, dear? I'm trying to find my clay.
Okay, just a few more, guys.
I am going to embellish this little gingerbready guy real quick. But when I finish cutting it out, so I'm just using a scissor. You can use an X-Acto knife. Obviously, you can make something like this. I'm using the actual stencil, so that's why I'm cutting around it, because it's like half of the work is done. I just have to cut around it. But this kind of gives you a little idea of another way you can use the stencil, which is on clay or on glass today. We've done it on a pillow, did it on foam,
So fun.
t-shirts. It's
Okay,
just kind of versatile.
so there's how it looks all the way around. Like I said, I'll let those dry, and then I'll add some diamond dust to the drip and probably some sprinkles to these up here.
So adorable. Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Oh,
So
you think little
unique.
little kids would love this little trash to treasure train? Yeah,
Now you
I'm
have to make
loving
more
it.
pieces. You got to make more pieces for your display,
For sure, you could keep adding on. Yeah, I didn't
right?
create a little caboose like separate, but it would be so cute to make a little caboose somehow and do something
Or
special.
little people or little thingies. You guys are so
Um,
good at making those characters.
yeah.
So
So for
adorable.
mine, my friend Michelle from Crafty Ma'am, I got these two cute gingerbread cutters from her. And last week I cut the girl and the boy out, and then I turned them into sandwich cookies. Like those of you that watched me do the Nutcracker, and I made the Mouse King and Clara cookies on the inside. I did these the same way. So to Michelle's point, if I did them just single layer, really thin, they might have had a tendency to curl up. So this way, if you layer it and turn it into a cookie, it's nice and thick. And these are completely dry. Did them last week, and they didn't curl. So we're gonna decorate these up a little, and they're gonna be our little kids. I'll put the little girl in one of the cars and the little boy in the other car. Super, super
Okay,
adorable.
so this was the first one I did as a little trial, all right? And then this one I did a little better because I didn't rush. But you can see I just did these two little guys, but I'm going to actually add something to this. Oh, no, come back. Where'd you go? You ran away. Come back, gingerbread man. Okay, I'm going to use this is something I use on a ton of projects. I do prefer the heavily glittered. This is heavily glittered acrylic paint. Now, I like this one because see how chunky, well, I added water, but see how chunky it is? Okay, this is another one. This is Hobby Lobby's and it's fine. And it's okay, but it's not as thick, and I love that. That is not stamped. This is a stencil, reusable stencil. So we did it on the jar. Over here is a little, this guy, and then I did it on clay. So just kind of sharing that you can use it on different things. But I want to add a little sparkle, and of course you can use glitter. That's totally fine. But I tend to use this because it doesn't shed, and it dries quick. And I use this on all kinds of textiles, and not just you can brush it on like faux hair when you're doing like maybe something that has like faux hair and stuff like that. I did this lady back here. Her hair has it to keep it in place. So I just, again, it's just got this little glitter on it. See that? And I'm just going to tap it on to the gingerbread.
But Lisa, to
Just,
your point, you can stamp on clay because Paper Sweeties originally in its inception in 2010 was a stamp company. So I have showed how you
oh,
can actually use acrylic stamps and ink to stamp on clay. The only trick is you have to kind of let your clay dry and then stamp on it.
Mm. Ah,
I have a piece right over here actually that I stamped farmhouse, sweet farmhouse, right on a piece of dried foam clay. And I added this to a little barn with a pink Highland cow. Super
oh, how
cute.
cute. How adorbs.
I mean, you guys, that's what I say all the time. Shop your stash. I mean, if you want to create some, if you have an
Your
idea in your
girl
head and
has
you don't
special.
have something to make it, go look in your stash. You might have something that would work.
Now, the other thing, yes, Suzanne, totally. Thank you, Penny. So, the other thing I like to do, and those that kind of watch me craft often know I love this too. So, I have like staple stuff. Do you have staple stuff, Debbie, that you use like all the time on repeat? Um, I really like this Distress Oxide, and you can find that in the stamp area. Is that correct? Stamping, scrapbooking kind of
Yes. Yeah,
stuff.
the Tim Holtz. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
Tim Holtz. So I am going to, because I don't have the, well, even if I did have the color of cookie dough clay, I would still do it. So what I'm going to do is, and of course you can wait till it's, oh, neat, Lisa, that's wonderful. Um, I'm just going to go along the edges of the clay. Now I would really rather like do this if it was very dry, but I want to paint it. But I'm just showing you that you could just add that stuff on here and it gives it like that little illusion of like burned edges, kind of baked, and it kind
Yeah.
of just like closes it in.
Yeah.
And you can kind of, these would be really cute to, I don't know, if you have a mini tree or something or a kitchen tree. I have a kitchen tree, and put like little kitchen Christmas things on it, like whisk and stuff like that. You could put these little
So
cookies that look like
cute.
fake.
Super
So I'm
cute.
just kind of going over the little edges. I don't want to cover the actual stencil, but you see how I closed it in a little bit, the edges a little, and it just kind of, when it dries, it's going to be really cute.
So the
So
little
you can,
boy's eyes are a tiny
oh,
bit bigger than the girl's. So you see, I put a rhinestone for her eyes. His eyes are bigger. So I'm going to roll out some clay and use one of these punch, the circle punch, what do you call them? The little circle punches with the extruder. And I think this will end up being the perfect size for his little eye. Roll it out.
okay. And so this one's got this little, I'm going to, so you can leave like this one's just like plain by itself, and I just did this little, and when they dry, they look really cute. You could even like put them inside the jar, if you wanted to. When they dry, I can put them inside the jar, and they'll look like little cookies inside the jar if you wanted to do that. So there's two
So
different versions of
cute.
that.
So
So we
cute.
are almost done. It looks like it's 11:58. Is it 11:58?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, I
Or
totally lost track of time.
2:58.
I
I
totally
just
lost track
looked
of
at
time.
like, all
Oh my
right.
god, because the last I looked it was 2:30. So I do that, you guys. I get involved in my craft and hours go by. Thank you
So,
to everyone for joining us. Thank you,
yes. Thank
Michelle,
you.
my
Thanks, Debbie.
fabulous guest. Michelle will be with me again next week. I will be finishing up this gingerbread train, adding all the sweet treats inside the cars and any additional embellishments just to finish it off and put it over the top Candyland. And Michelle will have a completely different, fantastic, wonderful project. I know she will. I know she will.
Yes. Thanks, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Monday and a great week, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks,
Yeah,
Debbie. I appreciate you.
we're going to hop over to Shay's Creations, uh, up with Buttercup Creations. Thank you, Lydia. Yep, they are up next.
Thanks, you guys.
Okay, guys,
Have a
thank you. Have a great
fantastic.
rest of your day. Bye,
Bye, guys.
everyone.